Orleans.
Oh, we are in NOLA, baby.
Welcome to New Orleans.
You people are special, especially Uncle Mike Osborne.
The Cecils are a big family. My dad is one of 10 kids and he's the only boy. So thank you for traveling down to celebrate us.
She's fearless a lot of times. She's more adventurous than really most of us. One example of that is when she turned, I believe it was either 17 or 18, she wanted to go skydiving. Her mom and I weren't too excited about the idea. I believe in Alabama, you had to be 19 before you could do it on your own, or you had to get your parents to sign for it. So she and a friend went to Tennessee and did their first jump there. So fortunately, it all turned out well. We were pretty nervous, but I think she's jumped once since then and she loved it. So she's our adventurous one.
They say you're not supposed to meet your husband at a bar, but I saw Max dancing on top of the tables and I knew he was the one for me.
There are nine groomsmen. My best man, Colson Smith, the most righteous man I know, but was caught and charged with stealing free newspapers.
My first ever memory of Max, I think, was in Chicago with his family on a soccer trip, eating Giordano's deep dish pizza, which Max has not changed. He still loves deep dish pizza. And to see where he came from there to where he is today, the man he is, that he ended up with Jenna. We talked about a lot of things through the years, and few things I've seen him get so excited about as Jenna. And just seeing his confidence that that's the woman for him. Very excited to celebrate this weekend with those guys.
Katie Knight, my maid of honor. We actually disliked each other when we first met, but then we became best friends and have been inseparable since for the last 8 years. Olivia Harris, one of my best friends from high school and the most put together person I know, unless she's at Whiskey Bottom Saloon.
It is so surreal to me that we have been dreaming of this day for so many years and it's finally here. Jenna has her dream man, she has her dream dress, she has amazing people surrounding her. So Jenna, I love you so much. You're amazing. I'm honored to stand next to you on your big day and I can't wait to see the life that you and Max create together. I love you.
Brandon Teal, the founding member of the TBP, Traveling Bachelor Party.
I hate talking on the phone. So my communications are text, Snapchat, Instagram messages. And our friend group, we do that daily in same communication, but the one friend that I have that calls me weekly is Max. And most times he calls me, I'm like, damn it. Like I'm doing something like, oh my God, why is Max calling me right now? That just goes to show how great of a friend he is and how much he wants to stay connected with people he's friends with, and shows how just at his core who he is.
So it's 2018, about 3 in the morning. It's on South Beach. We're at this big club. It's Kathy, my wife, it's Max, it's Brandon Teal, and we're in the VIP section of this club, you know, velvet rope and all this stuff, and I'm so out of it, I don't know if I'm on foot or horseback, okay? Brandon comes up to me and he says, Mike, I've been trying to tell you, the velvet rope life, there's no future in it.
Carson Cooper deserves a gold medal for getting me through mechanical engineering at Auburn University.
Reporting live for a story about Maximilian Schmidt. Never was a big drinker in college at Auburn. And I remember when he turned 21, he built a six-pack at Publix or Winn-Dixie, and it lasted him about 4 months. And I remember making fun of him, but now I'm like kind of jealous that happened because I'm starting to pack on some LBs. But Skilly was always very proactive in sports, made me go out of my way to be more proactive for him. That, I thank him because I'd have been putting on more LBs if it wasn't for him. Also, would not have probably graduated if it wasn't for Max's help in the studies. So for that, Max, I thank you.
Darby Rash, Dr. Rash, not a dermatologist, but one of the best soccer players I've had the pleasure of playing with.
I'm honored to say that she has been one of my best friends. It's been, I guess, almost 11 years now, kind of thinking about it, but I remember first hearing about Jenna playing soccer at HFC, and she was injured, she had a foot injury, so she wasn't at practice, but everyone was just talking about Jenna, can't wait till Jenna comes back, and I just remember being so excited to meet this girl, and I can't imagine not having her in my life. I'm so excited for her. I'm so excited for you, Jenna, and I can't wait to see what your future holds together.
Is it rolling?
Nate Nelson, the youngest member of the TBP, aka La Gritty.
Max is one of the nicest people that I've ever met. And the reason I know this is we went to the beach over spring break one time. I got a little bit sick to my stomach, and Max decided that it was his obligation to clean up after me from food poisoning. So I knew after that moment that Max would do anything for myself or any of our friend group.
Alex Davis, my freshman year roommate at Auburn, and helped me pass History 1 and 2.
Now, Alex and Jenna, the War of 1812 was when?
Or 1812.
I'm one of the very lucky people who she thought was special enough to stand next to her on this very important and big day. I love you, Jenna. And it's crazy to think that I have known Jenna since technically middle school. We stayed friends all throughout our time at Auburn and all of our time after Auburn. I am so lucky to be celebrating this day with you, Jenna. I am so excited for you and Max to start your lives together. I can't wait to see where all your journeys take you.
Kat Hong. She was my big at my sorority at Auburn and has taken care of me more times than I can count.
Nick Dahlgren, general surgeon, Dr. Hands. His family kept a special box of Pop-Tarts just for me.
Maddie Hazy, or Dr. Hazy, the best emergency medicine doctor Lexington has ever seen.
Walk-on Reed Brooks, my New Orleans roommate of 4 years. He sat the bench for the Auburn Tigers for 2 years, but he does have a national championship ring to show for it.
Ashley Ferguson, my roommate from grad school in Chattanooga. I wouldn't have graduated without her.
To Jenna, congratulations on marrying Max. We're meeting in Auburn our last semester to be research partners because we knew nobody else in our class and we looked sad and lonely, to becoming best friends and grad school roommates. I can't wait to watch you marry Max. I'm so honored to be considered one of your bridesmaids, and we love you and can't wait to see everything that marriage brings. Congratulations.
Trent Watkins. He deserves a silver medal for getting me through mechanical engineering.
Maddie Comet, my roommate in New Orleans. She willingly took me in without ever meeting me, so I'm forever grateful for her lack of caution.
Will Busey, the most calm individual I know, unless at Harris Casino.
I'm Lauren. I'm Jenna's sister-in-law.
Lauren Cecil, the sweetest person I've ever met, and I'm not sure how Austin landed her.
The first time I met Jenna, I was really nervous because I wanted her to like me, and she was just so welcoming and kind, and she is everything you would want a sister-in-law to be.
Dylan Capel, the entrepreneur of the group, and also slave to Christina.
I just wanted to tell a little story about when Max was younger and him and his buddies, Dylan, Nick, Ryan, they used to come hang at my house. It was the place to be. One night they all shaved their heads. Jenna, I apologize for that, but at least his hair grew back and it's all good now and he's handsome as ever. So just wanted to say congratulations and we love you guys and we wish you all the best.
Hey Max, one of my favorite things about you is you were always an excellent teenage chauffeur. When we were tired and coming home, you volunteered to take the keys and drive us. We sat in the back seat, had a great ride. You're an excellent driver. Thanks for being so capable.
Skylar and I ventured down to New Orleans to celebrate Max and Jenna's engagement. It was the first time that Jenna had experienced the full bore of a 3-on-1 Schmidt brothers interaction. She was a bit wide-eyed at our competitiveness and fringe humor. However, I do believe we won her over, and we are excited to have her a part of the family.
Jen and Max, I told you that I'd have a song prepared for your wedding, so here it is. Just kidding, I'm not going to do that. Congrats on your big day. I hope you guys have a happy life together. I know you both deserve it. Love you both.
One of my favorite Max stories is the very first time we got together at Snowshoe Mountain, West Virginia to go skiing. And there was a boatload of snow that weekend, and your mother was so worried about you and your brothers staying warm enough in the cold and the snow. And instead, we couldn't get you guys inside because you were having so much fun in the snow drifts when you weren't skiing. You were burrowing tunnels in the snow with your cousins, and that's my first favorite Max story.
Max really taught me how to do fireball shots. So he's the master at that at every Auburn, football game. Jen, I remember her when she was a little tiny girl, and she used to come answer the door for me when I was doing home inspections with her mom. And you know what? They're going to make a great couple, and they're going to live happily ever after until, the end of the world.
So Max and Jenna, they come and visit me because they're going to this wedding in Jupiter, Florida, and it's raining all weekend. So I'm trying to figure out, what am I going to do with these people that's going to entertain them? It's raining.
They're two of the most interesting people I've ever met. Oh no, in a great way.
I think, maybe we could try kayaking down this kind of swampy river called the Okehele River, and maybe they'd find that fun. But we end up doing it. We get done with the thing, and I mentioned to Max, I said, that's kind of pretty cool that Jenna would be okay about kayaking in the pouring rain. And Max says, yeah, she's a down girl.
I really enjoyed the kayaking that we did. I thought it was crazy for us to go kayaking in the middle of a tropical storm, but it turned out really well.
I'm Big Max. Up until Max Schmidt was born, I was just Max. So they had to distinguish between two of us, so I became Big Max and he was Little Max. Some of the things I remember about Max is even at a young age, he loved to be outside and he loved to work. He would always get in and do stuff and work, and he was very diligent about that. Another thing that I think about Max is he was very competitive with his brothers, and they didn't like to wear shirts. But probably the best thing that I have really gotten to enjoy about Max is that he lives in New Orleans close to my son and daughter-in-law and their children, and he comes up and he becomes Uncle Max to them. So best wishes, Max and Jenna.
Yeah, you may start a whole new genre there.
Yeah, Mom says that that normal is a cycle in the washing machine. I've said that before, and I'm like, yeah, you're right, Mom. Because I used to always be like, why is our family so strange?
Hi, Max. Since I've known you, you've always been such a kind, sweet, and lovable boy. And I'm glad you found Jenna and decided to settle down. Wish you and Jenna all the best and happiness. And make sure you follow your dental care and floss and brush every day.
Hey, Max and Jenna. Paul Finley, the mayor here in the city of Madison. One of the things that I've checked on before you guys got married, it doesn't appear that either one of you has any outstanding tickets. But in fairness, I don't know all your aliases. Hope you guys have a great wedding and enjoy yourselves with a wonderful, wonderful life.